Good day, everyone, and welcome to a brand new series and a brand new episode. And today we're starting off with Factory Town, and this will be our very first episode and our very first play of this game on the Gig channel. So down the bottom on the left-hand side, there's a new version that's come out that's been got some changes in it. And of course, this is a pre-release version of Factory Town. And in addition to that, I think it's fair to say that I have played the game a little bit, but only enough to get through the tutorial and a couple of buildings beyond that. So most of this is going to be discover it as you go. So without further ado, let's start a new game. And I'm just going to go with the defaults at the moment because, well, I have no idea what I'm doing, really. We have a lot of options in terms of the starting biome. Flat, empty, craters, all sorts of things. But I'm going to start with the vanilla and just run through with that. Plains and rivers. Map size, I'm going to go medium because, as I said, never having played through the game, I have no idea how long it's going to take or how much time we're going to need to get through it all. And we're going to default on both the scenario and the start date. We're not even going to edit the map. We're just going to take it as it comes, and we're going to see how. Actually, what's the difference here in the scenario? Advanced and creative. Well, creative's like flat as a tack. Oh, advanced is terribly difficult terrain. Okay, all right, fine. Default. Rivers and plains. No, go back to default. Okay, hang on. Let's just reset that. New game. Yeah, that looks more like it. Back to default. Plains and rivers. Map size medium. Creative mode is off. Auto place is on, and smooth starting area is. What happens if we turn that to on? Ooh, we get a little bit easier. You know what? I'm going to go with easier because. Actually, let's turn it off again. See what happens. Starting area smooth. I think that means that it's going to start me up here. Let's try it and see. And then if we don't like it, well, we can always restart, really, can't we? Bang, create. Okay, worker targeting. Okay, so we're going to be doing shoot, right? Okay, we're going to be doing the tutorial start. No, see, it didn't smooth. So it's a bit more challenging for us. So for those of you who have not looked at Factory Town before, you get an area where you start, and you can purchase these other areas to the side later on with coins. And the whole point of the game is complexity and meeting the needs of your townsfolk who live in your houses. And you have to keep developing new things and transporting stuff around to get them where they need to go to make everybody happy and make it all work. So we're looking forward to having to pull things apart and rebuild them as we go through the game, because obviously everything will be in the wrong place when we start off. And so that's the principle. And as far as I know, unless you build specific buildings to the contrary, resources do not automatically renew. So there you go. So you start with your base and 4 workers, which we have here, which we're going to use to get going. And as you can see over here, you start with the tutorial. So we're going to follow the tutorial through till we get to the point where we finish that, and then the game just continues on from there. So that's what we'll do. But just a couple of things before we start off. Yeah, when I did play the game a little bit before, I start with the concept of trying to keep my houses in the one area. I don't know whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, but it's just what I kind of do. But just looking down here, you know, there's not a lot of flat there for building houses and stuff. So I think I might head on over here when we start building houses. And this might be the housing area over here. So we might end up with some spread out things, but you know what? That's going to be okay. So here we go. To build and expand your town, you will need to collect lots of resources. First, start by gathering wood. Left-click to select a work and then right-click on a tree to target it for harvesting. Then right-click on your base to assign as drop-off location. Worker will chop wood from the tree, bring it back to the base and repeat. Collect 15 wood. Middle mouse or scrolling thing rotates the camera so you get different views. Now, it also might be worthwhile pointing out that, say, for example, I click on this worker and send him over here to chop down a tree. He will chop down that specific tree that I click on, but then he will also chop down all these trees around here. And that seems to be a block, because when this block is finished, I haven't noticed that they move off to somewhere else to get trees. So you're not assigning him to go and collect any tree, but this from this particular, what is it, cope of trees, C-O-P-S-E, cope of trees, from this particular area anyway. So we're going to get 2 guys on that. So go chop and then go bring it over there. So 2 guys will be doing that. Yeah. Oh, didn't do it. Why didn't you do it? I want you to do it. There you go. Do that. Okay. So I'll get 2 on there. But I also know that later on we're going to need stone. So I'm going to get 1 guy on stone. Did I just get stone? Get stone. Dude. Stone. No, stone. I want you to get stone. Doesn't want to get stone. Does he? So I don't want the water. Well, I had it. Ah, there goes. Fuck. Seriously, dude. Okay, stone. Doesn't seem like he likes that stone. Let's go over here and get this stone then. So we'll go and collect stone because we are going to use stone later on. So we've got 2 guys getting wood and 2 guys getting stone. And if you look up here, you'll see we've already gathered 33 wood. So we have met the condition. So we'll move on. We're going to build a house. Now, houses increase your population limit, allowing you to create more workers and buildings. Open the build menu, select building, select house, press left click to place building. Okay, so he said, that's what he said. Now, why is my build menu hiding from me on my screen? Probably doesn't look like it's hiding on your screen, but it's hiding on mine. That's better. So we're going to go down to build menu over here. You do have a quick selection over here, but I actually find it easier to go through the build menu because you get to see options and it reminds you of things while you're looking. So first of all, house, we're going to get 1 of those. And like I said, we're going to come over here where it's flat and we can put him in there like. Now I might double row my houses. So just bear with me for a second while I test this out. Yeah, I think I can double do them there. So we'll go all the way to the end here. And that'll be the limit of our housing, I think, there. So there's a house. Cute little house too. Well, we did take this hint, even though it's a little bit, you get a bit of leeway at this start of the game, but there is grain there, so that's okay for us. Later on, we're going to build a farm, and the farm allows us to replant the grain, which just harvesting straight from the open area won't. So this would be a good place for a farm. That's a good place for a farm. Okay, so we've done that. Now what we're going to do is get a worker. Oh, they want 2 workers. Ooh. So we're going to do it again through the build menu. Not because we could go down here, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go in here and get workers. We're going to get 2 of them because they're nice good dudes, and we're going to put them for convention's sake down here. And I say that because if you start popping people down everywhere and anywhere, you will not find them, even though it says put them near your house. Okay. Earn coins by supplying houses with goods. This will also generate happiness, which boosts speed of production buildings. We'll get to production buildings a bit later on. Left click to select a worker. Right click on grain, then right click or drag onto a house or target delivery there. Once delivered, a coin will be earned. So we'll take the first guy and we're going to go and harvest grain. Boom, boom. And we're going to deliver it. No, why didn't you do that? Okay, pay attention. Harvest grain and then deliver it to there. There you go. Okay. So the coins that they're talking about are these coins up here. Yellow, red, blue, and purple. Now these provide different things, and you can also buy different things with these coins. So as we go up through the game, we'll need coins of different colours to do different things. And we'll need additional things to provide to our people or our houses to keep their happiness level up. Yay! See, he's done that. Next one. So, workers move much faster on paths. Open the build menu, B, select paths, select footpath, click or drag to draw paths on worker routes. Now, I'm going to draw a path, but I'm not going to draw it on this guy's route, because what will happen is when we put our next house in, which will be right there next to this guy, that path is going to change. So I'm going to take that into account now, and I'm going to put a path out the front right to where he goes up there. If he just comes back down, I'll see him. There you go. Now, if he's clever, he might actually go on our path to the house. Let's see what he does. He the little boy, he the little boy. They're cute little guys, actually, because when you get in close, they just jump around everywhere. Oh, there he goes. Clever. Yeah, very nice. And he's got no legs, and for that matter, he's got no arms. So he's a productive guy. Okay, now we're going to build a lumber mill. Now, lumber mills turn wood into planks, which you will need for many buildings and upgrades. Gather 5 stones. See, this is where the stone comes in. Some buildings now have to be built with stone, and as the buildings get more complicated, the materials needed to build them become more diverse and also more complicated to make. Blah, blah, blah. Open the build menu, B, select buildings, select lumber mill, press left click to place building. Now, when we place the lumber mill, guys are going to have to take the wood from the trees, obviously, to the lumber mill, and then the planks come out, and the planks will go, in the first instance at least, to our base. But in the long term, this area is going to be opened up because I'm going to get rid of all these trees. I'm not going to replant them. So where we put our lumber mill now has a little bit of bearing on where we will end up doing things later on. And I'm just having a squizzy around here, and it's not so intuitive to know where to put the lumber mill so that it won't have to be moved in the future, because I suspect it will. So just for now, I'm going to put the lumber mill over here against this stand of trees. No, I'm going to put it back to back with this stand of trees, because later on, I know, because I did the tutorial, there's a couple of things that are lumber mills that use water, so they will go over here. So this one, which just produces planks, doesn't need water, so I'm going to put it here. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Now, be it said, for buildings, and we're looking for the lumber mill, and we're going to put you... okay, now this is another thing too, because as you build more things, you need more population. And as you get more population, it's harder to keep them happy. You have to provide more things for them. So this is the vicious cycle that keeps the game rolling along and makes everything lots and lots of fun. So this time, we're going to use the shortcut down here and just grab a house. But I want to put a bit of space in there, because later on, we may actually need the space to run things through, and we don't know what those things are yet because we haven't got there. So that's what we're doing. So lumber mill. Now a lumber mill, actually just before we do that, I'll go into the build menu, and a lumber mill takes up 1 population, 15 gold coins, 5 raw stone, and 20 wood. Now raw stone gets turned into stone brick, and later on, or not iron plate, but gets turned into stone brick. But this particular house uses the first version of that. So we're also going to leave some space in the back and around our building here, so that we can put entry and exit points from materials coming in and out to our building. Now, once we've built this guy, he unlocks a number of other buildings and structures that we can use. And we will eventually, except I'm not sure about wooden benches, but we'll eventually get through all of these items when we start building things. Now, buildings like this, and I'm talking as if you haven't played the game. So if you have, and I'm teaching you what you already know, my apologies, but I just want to get through this. The lumber mill and all buildings like this have recipes, and you can build different things with them. In the first instance, we're building planks, which are these dudes. So 1 plank, 2 wood, and 3 seconds. So we're going to click on planks because that's what we want, and away we go. So now we're going to grab these guys when they've delivered their stuff and just put them over there. Whoops. He hasn't delivered his stuff yet. Right, go over there. Okay, now these guys are still collecting stone, but now we're going to pick up trees with these guys. So go get a tree. I'm going to drop it at the lumber mill. Go get a tree. Actually, get this tree. I like this tree better. Get the far tree and drop you there. Okay, so we've done that. Now, every time we get 2 wood, we should end up with 1 plank. And there you go, we've got 1 plank. Now, when the output fills up and it's not taken away, the whole manufacturing process grinds to a halt. So these guys would just literally go and stand outside the lumber mill with their dod of wood in their hand and not be able to put it in, and they'll just wait there till it empties. So that's creating that. Now, leave us go back to the tutorial. Bring the plank from the lumber mill to your base to add it to your inventory. Left-click to select a worker, hover over the lumber mill to display inventory, right-click plank, and right-click to drag to your base. So we're going to do that, but later on we're going to change this up a bit by using a different method of transportation, and that makes things more efficient, which is, the predominant rationale of the game. So here goes our guy. He goes and gets plank, and away he goes down there. Oh, is there a pear tree in there? I'm sure it's not a pear tree. Anyway, and so he's now delivered a plank. So if you look at our base, we've got wood, stone, and now planks. So that's going okay. So next, we want to upgrade a house. Now, upgraded houses increase the population limit. Upgraded houses will also consume goods faster, helping you earn more coins. Select the house, hit the upgrade button when you have enough resources. Note, upgrade actions consume items from the player's shared inventory. Items stored within the base and barns, but we'll get to barns in a minute. But right now, we want to upgrade. So we might as well start at the end of the street. Now, to upgrade a house, it takes 10 yellow coins, 5 planks. So we need a few more planks. Now that number there will change from red when it's ready to go. So we're just going to sit here for a minute, la-di-da-da-da-da-da, and watch this guy. Now the other thing we haven't done is I don't think he's delivering to both houses. I may be wrong, but I don't think he is. Oh, yes, he is. No, he is. That's fine. Okay. Okay, now notice planks have gone from red to white. So we're going to upgrade the house now. There you go. It's upgraded to level 2. And you actually can't tell a level 1 from a level 2 house. But there you go. Upgrade base. Your base can be upgraded to increase the house limit as well as your storage capacity. Select the base, hit the upgrade button when you have enough resources. Note, if you do not have enough happiness, build more houses and supply them with food because that will create more happiness. So in terms of the base, we need 20 yellow coins, 10 planks, 20 chunks of stone and 4 happiness. And at the moment we only have 1. And one of the things we may need to do to help us get there is to build another worker like so, and assign said worker to bringing some grain to our houses. Now, as the delivery of grain increases, so should their happiness. And that should allow us, and it will. Now, let's just check this out. 1, 2, 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Is that right? I'm not feeling it, personally. 1, 2. I think it's that. No, I don't. I think it's that. Okay. How are we doing happiness-wise? We have 2 happiness. Now, what do we need to update our base? We need 4 happiness. Okay. Well, we need another house. And so we will put in another house, which I think that is the right distance right there. Excellent work. 3 happiness. It's the last guy that's not, oh no, 2 happiness. So we've dropped off a little bit. 3 happiness, good, good, good. We just need 1 more happiness. Oh, and what have we got? Oh no, we don't have enough planks either. So we need more planks. How are we doing in the, well, we're full of output. Okay, tell you what we might do now. We might jump ahead of the tutorial just for a minute and go and grab ourselves, if we can, oh no, we can't grab the wagon yet, which is unfortunate. So we'll need another worker. So let's go and get ourselves a worker. Pump him down there. And we're going to use this guy to help pick up and deliver. Still only got 3 happiness. 2 happiness now. Well, okay, 3. Okay, we're all set to go. We just need 1 more happiness. Okay, I think we're going to need to put another worker over there to get more grain to our dudes in the houses, because that's where our problem is at the minute. So I think we can take you to there. And I think that will push us up to the 4 happiness level that we need. And there you go, we're at 4. Let's upgrade. Oh no, we weren't quick enough, it dropped down. That's sad. 3. All ready to go the minute it hits 4. Waiting. Wait for it. Fire! Okay, cool. We can now have 4 more houses, and we can build a food market. So we've done that. And now we're going to build a food market. So I'm not going to read the whole thing now, but basically we build a food market, and the food market automatically delivers things like grain and other produce to the houses in the area. So a food market has an area, as you can see, like so. Now, our plan is to have our houses, and I'll just use this guy as the example, all the way along here. So if we put our food market, say, roughly in the middle there, we can get a set of houses, if you will, this way, and a set of houses, if you will, this way, and if we need to, we can also have some more houses over here. So I'm going to put this guy in the middle with the front down towards the road, because, oh, actually, I'll tell you what, I might even change it round and put it there, because there will be another another market coming, which I can put to the, now I'll just try and use as little space as I can here, right there. Okay, now what you do is these guys should now deliver to the market, not to the houses. So let's just build the footpath out to there. Excellent. And now the market automatically supplies all the houses in its radius. So that's how that works, and that's very good. So next we need to build a grain mill. The grain mill, grain mills turn grain into flour, yes. And then we provide the flour to the food market, yes. And it's all good. Now, if we're going to put our farms over here, although actually, you know what, that's a pretty good area for a farm up there. So if I put, now, I might level this down, and I'm not quite sure. Can I do this? Yes, I can. Okay. Didn't want to do that. By the way, right click is down, left click is raise. So right lower, left raise. I would like to put it across here. Actually, yes, I would. So down, 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 no, down, down. Okay, now I'm going to put it in there, granary. Now, what do we need to build the granary? We don't have enough red coins. We do not have enough red coins. I think red coins. Red coins? Yellow coins. I think I spent all our yellow coins actually just leveling that ground. Oh dear, my bad. My bad. But it's not going to take us very long to get up there. What did we need? Actually, it's a good question. Need 30. Well, okay. Well, we're halfway there. Okay. How are we doing over here? Okay, how are we doing in here? 117. Well, we've got spares. We've got 155, 25 of them. Okay. I'm going to redirect you from there to there. And start getting rid of this as well. 25, not far to go. Actually, we'll go to the menu and get ready. The grain mill. And we're going to put you down here. Actually, I might put you up against this. There you go. We've got 31 now, so that would work. And we've flattened down this area a bit. That's where we'll get through. So just there, maybe. Yep, just there. Now, grain mills turn grain into flour. Open the build menu, build. Right, got that. Then we need to produce flour and sell it to the market for a lot of coins. So what we can do is, first of all, we get a recipe. Recipe, select recipe. Thank you. Not animal feed, but flour for human consumption. Then we need a new worker. Well, actually, no, we don't. We need grain. So if we've got two guys delivering, okay, so I'm leaving two guys deliver grain to the food market, and then I'm going to get one guy to take grain from there to the grain mill. Now, I think in the recipe, it's 3 grain to 1 flour. So what I might do here, not there, sorry. What I might do in here is get some more workers. I'm going to get 2 more workers. and one of them I will get to collect the grain from there and take it there, and one of them I will get to take the flour from there to the food market. And that will be very good. Now, if we go, no, I can't remember now. Oops. Help. Items, building recipes, units. Tips, no, that wasn't it. I'm pretty sure there was an area that gave you the cost of different things. So we've actually sold flour into, oh, there you go, food inventory. Now, flour, no, that doesn't tell me its production, but it's not holding any inventory. So what's happening now is this guy is waiting for the flour to be produced. We get the third one, it'll make one flour. There we go. 3 seconds later, here he goes with the flour to the mill. Excellent. So ladies and gentlemen, that's 36 minutes in. I think we'll call it an episode there. We've started Factory Town, and it's very easy so far because we're in the tutorial. But the complexity comes. The complexity certainly does come. And in the end, we'll be pulling down things and running things over everything and having a lot of fun making things inordinately complicated, which is exactly what you need to do. So until I see you in the next gig episode or on the gig channel, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all later. Bye.